Hey everyone, Friends with Benefits here, and today we're diving into Aston Martin's big, bold, and badass 2025 Vantage. This isn't your granddad's Aston Martin. It's going all in on the sport and leaving behind the old luxury vibes. The tagline? Engineered for real drivers. Yeah, they're flexing hard on this one, with a nod from Fernando Alonso himself. Let's talk about what's new. The Vantage's looks are absolutely killer. Sharp, aggressive, and yes, that grille is massive, but it's all working. Inside, Aston's gone old school with actual buttons instead of the touch control craze. The materials? Top notch. We're talking carbon high-end leather and Bowers and Wilkins speakers that are basically art. Under the hood, there's a beastly 4.0-liter twin turbo V8 from Mercedes-AMG, pushing 656 horsepower, more than any Porsche 911 out there right now. 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds. Top speed, 202 miles per hour. And here's the kicker. It's a rear-wheel drive only, just how we like it. On the track, it's fast, but the steering could use a bit more fuel. It's not quite knocking the Porsche GT3 off its pedestal, but on the road, different story. The Vantage really shines with a soundtrack and personality that make every drive an event. Price tag, $194,400. It's up there with the Porsche Turbo and GT3, but it's got more power and arguably more presence. Is it perfect? Not entirely, but for a gorgeous, thrilling machine that turns heads and rips up the road, the new Vantage makes a serious case for itself. Aston Martin might just be ready to play with the big boys. Let's jump into our second car news story of the day, and it's about the 2024 Alpine A290. This little hot hatch is set to take the fight to the likes of the Fiesta ST and the Mini Cooper JCW, but with a French twist that's got us excited. Alpine is bringing some proper rally-inspired swagger to the A290, and it's not just about looks. This compact rocket is all about performance and character. Underneath, it's got the bones of the Renault 5 EV, but turned up to 11, with a 268 horsepower electric motor on the front axle, a limited slip differential, and all the right bits to make sure it handles like a go-kart on steroids. The design is unmistakably Alpine, sharp, aggressive, and with plenty of motorsport flair. The wide stands, flared arches, and rally-inspired touches like the stacked headlights scream performance. It's the kind of car that looks fast even when it's parked. Inside, Alpine has gone all in on the driver-focused theme. There's a center-mounted driver display and a sporty stripped-back interior that makes you feel like you're strapped into a rally car. The A290's got all the driving modes you'd expect, including a drift mode for when you're feeling cheeky. It's all about putting the driver at the heart of the experience. The A290's electric powertrain is tuned for fun, with immediate torque and a playful chassis that should make it a blast on twisty roads. And with Alpine's focus on lightweight construction, you know this thing is going to handle like a dream. It's a small car with big ambitions, and it's set to be one of the most exciting EV hot hatches on the market. Production kicked off this summer, and if you're in Europe, this is definitely one to watch. The Alpine A290 is ready to bring the heat to the hot hatch game, and we can't wait to see it in action. Alright folks, the next story today is all about the 2026 Audi A6 e-tron. Audi's been teasing us with this one for a while, and now we're finally getting a clearer picture of what this all-electric luxury sedan is all about. Spoiler alert, it's looking like a serious contender in the EV world. The A6 e-tron is set to ride on Audi's new premium platform electric PPE architecture, which it shares with the upcoming Q6 e-tron. What does that mean? Think next-level efficiency, cutting-edge tech, and a driving experience that's set to give Tesla and Mercedes a run for their money. We're talking about a dual-motor setup with all-wheel drive, over 400 horsepower, and a targeted range of up to 435 miles on a charge. That's serious mileage, folks. Design-wise, Audi's kept it sleek and futuristic, with the sharp lines, a bold grille that's more for show than cooling, and slim, aggressive lighting. It's everything you'd expect from a luxury Audi, but reimagined for the EV era. And with that low drag coefficient, this car is all about slicing through the air with minimal resistance. Inside, it's classic Audi luxury with a modern twist. Expect a high-tech cockpit, complete with Audi's latest infotainment system, a massive digital display, and the kind of premium materials that remind you why you're paying Audi money. There's plenty of room, comfort, and tech to keep you feeling posh on even the longest drives. Audi's also promising fast charging capabilities, up to 270 kW, so you can juice up from 5% to 80% in about 25 minutes. That's the kind of convenience that makes EVs practical for everyday use. And Audi's clearly aiming to make the A6 e-tron as user-friendly as it is stylish. Production is set to start in 2025, with cars hitting the road in 2026. If Audi delivers on all these promises, the A6 e-tron could be a serious player in the luxury EV segment. So if you're in the market for something premium and electric, this might just be the car to watch. Next up, we have a big one. The BMW M5 Touring is making a comeback. Yes, the legendary M5 wagon is returning, and it's set to bring back that perfect blend of performance, practicality, and a touch of madness that we all love from BMW's M division. Now, BMW's been teasing us with the M5 Touring for a while, but this isn't just a nostalgia trip. The new M5 Touring is set to pack some serious firepower under the hood. We're talking about the same 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 as the upcoming M5 sedan, but now paired with a plug-in hybrid setup that's expected to churn out over 700 horsepower. That's right, a 700 horsepower wagon that can carry the dog, the kids, and still outrun most sports cars on the road. Design-wise, it's unmistakably M5, with aggressive styling, flared wheel arches, and those signature quad exhausts that let everyone know you mean business. The Touring's got all the hallmarks of a proper M car, just with a bit more room in the back. And let's be real, there's something undeniably cool about a wagon that can hit 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Inside, it's business as usual for BMW. Top-notch materials, M-specific displays, and all the tech you'd expect from a modern performance car. The Touring keeps it versatile with loads of cargo space, making it the ultimate sleeper for those who need to haul a bit more than just speed. The M5 Touring will also feature BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system, but with a drift mode to keep things spicy. So whether you're hitting the track or just the grocery store, this car's got you covered. Plus, with the hybrid setup, you get a bit of electric-only range, which is a nice touch for daily commutes. Expected to hit the market in 2024, the BMW M5 Touring is shaping up to be one of the most exciting family haulers on the planet. Practical, powerful, and with that classic BMW M attitude, it's ready to redefine what a performance wagon can be. Stay tuned, because this one's going to be epic. Alright, let's get into the next story of the day. Aston Martin has been teasing us once again, this time with the upcoming 2025 Vanquish. The legendary name is back, and Aston is dropping hints that this new Vanquish is going to be something seriously special. Now, the Vanquish is no stranger to the spotlight. It's always been Aston's go-to for blending luxury with outright performance, but this time they're promising a complete reinvention. The teasers give us just enough to get excited, showing off a silhouette that's sleek, aggressive, and dripping with that classic Aston elegance. Long bonnet, short rear, and curves in all the right places. It's got that unmistakable GT look that we all love. Under the hood, Aston Martin is expected to drop a twin-turbo V8, likely the 4.0-liter borrowed from AMG, but tuned to deliver Aston's signature blend of power and refinement. There's talk of a potential plug-in hybrid variant as well, which could push the power north of 700 horsepower. That's serious firepower in a car that's meant to cruise the Riviera just as easily as it can tear up a track day. Inside, expect the usual Aston Martin treatment: luxury materials, handcrafted details, and a driver-focused cockpit that screams sophistication. It's not just about looking good though. Aston's been working on making this Vanquish a proper driver's car with improved handling dynamics, lighter construction, and all of the tech you need to keep it sharp. Aston Martin hasn't given us a full reveal yet, but the anticipation is building. The Vanquish is set to be the brand's flagship Grand Tourer, going head-to-head with the likes of the Ferrari Roma and McLaren GT. And if the teasers are anything to go by, it's going to have the looks, the power, and the presence to make it a real showstopper. Expect the 2025 Vanquish to officially debut next year, with production kicking off shortly after. Aston's promising a car that's all about performance, luxury, and of course that unmistakable British flair. So keep your eyes peeled, because this one's set to be a stunner. In our next story today, the Xpeng G6 electric SUV. This Chinese newcomer is looking to shake things up in the electric SUV game, and it's gunning straight for the likes of the Tesla Model Y. Xpeng's got some serious ambitions, and the G6 is their ticket to making waves globally. First off, the design. The G6 isn't your typical EV SUV. It's sleek, futuristic, and dripping with that modern, tech-forward vibe. Xpeng's gone all in with sharp lines, a bold front end, and a minimalist look that wouldn't be out of place in a sci-fi movie. It's got a fastback-style roofline, giving it a sporty edge that sets it apart from the sea of boxy SUVs out there. Under the skin, the G6 is built on Xpeng's new SEPA 2.0 platform, which promises efficiency and performance. You've got options for single and dual motors, with the top-spec version pushing out around 490 horsepower and doing 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds. That's proper quick for an SUV, and it's paired with an 800-volt architecture, meaning rapid charging that gets you from 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes. Inside, it's all about tech and comfort. The G6 features a massive 15-inch central display, a digital driver's cockpit, and a minimalist interior that's packed with high-quality materials. Xpeng's also loaded this thing with all the bells and whistles, including advanced driver assistance systems and an AI-powered infotainment setup that even responds to voice commands. It's the kind of cabin that makes you feel like you're driving the future. When it comes to range, range, the G6 doesn't disappoint. Xpeng claims up to 469 miles on a single charge, putting it right up there with the best in class. And with that combination of rapid charging and range, the G6 positions itself as a strong alternative to the established players. Xpeng's pricing strategy is aggressive too, aiming to undercut rivals like Tesla while offering more tech and range. With plans to expand into Europe and beyond, the G6 could be a real disruptor in the electric SUV market. So keep an eye on this one. Xpeng's G6 is here to make a statement, and it's bringing the fight to the big names. And for our final story today, let's talk about Charles Leclerc's epic win at the Italian Grand Prix, where he absolutely lit up Monza and sent the Tifosi into a frenzy. Leclerc pulled off a masterclass performance, bringing home a victory that Ferrari fans have been dreaming about. This wasn't just any win, it was a hard-fought battle right from the start. Leclerc showed his skill and composure, managing his tires and fending off relentless pressure from the likes of Red Bull and Mercedes. It's not every day you see a driver handle that kind of intensity on Ferrari's home turf and come out on top, but Leclerc made it look effortless. The atmosphere at Monza was electric. The Tifosi were out in full force, and the roar from the crowd every time Leclerc passed was deafening. It's the kind of support that only Ferrari fans can bring, and Leclerc didn't disappoint. This win is a massive boost, not just for him, but for the whole Ferrari team, showing that they've still got what it takes to mix it up with the best on the grid. The race itself had everything: tight battles, brilliant strategy calls, and a little bit of dramas to keep things spicy. But in the end, it was Leclerc who kept his cool, taking the checkered flag and securing a win that'll go down as one of the standout moments of the season. Leclerc's victory at Monza is more than just another win. It's a statement. It's Ferrari saying, "We're back and we're here to fight." And for Leclerc, it's a reminder to the world that he's a force to be reckoned with in Formula One. This was a race that had it all, and it's one that'll be talked about for years to come. So hats off to Charles Leclerc and Ferrari. Monza was red hot, and this win is just what the doctor ordered for the Scuderia. That's it for today's update. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more updates on the latest car news. Friends with benefits out.